sub 2. 13:16. Right on. Alright, on with the day. Next. So, just got finished with my long run Sunday. Did 13 miles, had 12 on the calendar, but yeah, just one more is a half. So calf is pretty tender, to be honest. So I'm gonna do some stretching, but I really need some food. So I went to the grocery store. I'm gonna show you what I got. I'm going to make a Greek salad. I'm gonna grill some steak as well. So I'm gonna do skirt and a little filet. So cook those, I'll make the salad, show you the process. I'm also revitalizing and remineralizing with a little electrolyte concoction. I've got some orange juice and then some electrolyte water. I used BPN electrolytes with some salt, some glutamine, some creatine, and some magnesium bisglycinate. So, bottoms up. Oh, so good. I'm also gonna make a matcha protein drink because it's not quite one yet and I want a little bit of caffeine, a little bit of theanine. So I'm gonna mix up some matcha that I've already got with some protein powder, with some frozen fruit, some frozen strawberries, blueberries, and banana, and just make a matcha fruit smoothie. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna cook up this salad. And honestly, I am so stoked for a Greek salad. It just sounds so fucking refreshing right now. So enjoy me making that. Roll montage. What I picked up from the grocery store. Cherry tomatoes, because you can't have a Greek salad without cherry tomatoes. Red onion. Avocado, don't know if I'll use this. Italian parsley. Pepperoncinis, God's gift to earth. Oh. Some pepper jack cheese. This is not for the salad, this is for a quesadilla later. Absolutely been addicted to quesadillas. Persian cucumbers for the Greek salad. Kalamata olives, and last but certainly not least, feta cheese. So, everything organic, everything that can be grass-fed, and shallots. And some garlic, and this is going to be an absolutely delicious salad. All right, y'all. So what we're gonna do first is olive oil into a glass for the dressing. So we're gonna do cold pressed organic olive oil. We're doing the dressing first. And I want to let this seasoning, I'm gonna do a little all-purpose seasoning just to get a little zhuzh. Just a little bit. And then I'm gonna do a boatload of oregano. Just gonna mix this up. Probably do a little more olive oil. This is the dressing. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna let the flavor, the aromatics, extract into the oil from the spices. So as opposed to just adding in everything to the salad one by one, I'm gonna let the flavor soak through the olive oil so that the olive oil is now infused and it's going to be able to cover the entire salad. So I'm gonna let this sit while we're doing everything else. And I am actually gonna put some crushed red pepper in here because I want a little bit of spice. Let's get to cutting. Outside of some larger stuff like car payment, And rent, I spend the most amount of money. My biggest expense bucket is food, because I like to eat the highest quality food that is available to me. Don't like to eat crap. And unfortunately, there is a lot of crap out there. There's a lot of not good food. There's a lot of stuff that is disguised as food that they call food, but I would not call food. So.
Yeah, I was chillin', wasn't even thinking about the women. Then she came around and I was willing, had to put the bid in, rather than to focus on the wishing. Showed my brothers and they said I made a killing. Yo, you made a killing, what we're about to do would be forbidden. I'm just hoping that my sins will be forgiven. What was your decision? We were sitting watching Eurovision, that was back when all the funds were insufficient. What was your position? Hate to say the love was intermittent, never bothered about the mothers with opinions. Spoke about religion, wonder what's your deepest inhibitions. I was hoping we would tone into division with focus and precision. I'm looking in your eyes, had to make decisions, so we read between the lines.
It's important to get your hands on your food. It's very, very important to really transmit your loving frequency into whatever dish it is that you are crafting. Whether you're cooking for yourself or you're cooking for people, very, very important to do it with loving energy. I truly believe that, prayer said over food and food made with loving intent is far healthier, and it actually changes the structure of the food. So, the secret ingredient is love.
The pressure's getting heavy, you was keeping me alive. Although there was a difference, I just figured we relate. Gotta be the witness, I don't even need debates. Instead of acting rigid, trying to think of what to say, express it with your physical, with kisses on the face. I'll take you to the village when we're visiting the crowd. Sitting with the missus, play the strings of the guitar. Get to burning bridges, now you're lowering your guard. My number one believer always said I'll be a star. I know this who you are.
We don't speak alone. We don't speak alone.
So let that sit for a second while the grill.
No need to rush.
We actually evolved eating raw meat. Cooked meat is actually tougher on digestion. Insane. Insane. So, with that, let's plate this salad.
So as you can see, got a nice little tan from wearing my hat backwards while running.
All right, so that meal was exactly what I needed. I think it's really important to, not only when you're training, but just in life in general, nowadays, at least in the US, we're surrounded by just ultra processed, hyper processed garbage that does more harm than good when it comes to fueling and providing the building blocks for the cells that your body reproduces. So I think it's really important during training and after training, and just in general, really important to eat single ingredient foods like beef, tomatoes, onion, parsley. I'm like looking at a dish trying to remember what was in it. Yeah, really important to eat real, and I mean real food. Health could not be more simple than that. Just real food, adequate time in nature, movement, sleep, minimize stress. Like it really is so simple, and I feel like we make it very complicated. But honestly, like, I feel so blessed right now, and I feel just stoked that I'm actually doing the shit. Like, I'm doing it. Editing the videos, following the plan, doing the long runs, doing the workouts, doing it. And it just feels really good to be consistent and actually follow through with something that I say and tell myself I'm going to do. So yeah, just feels really good, and I'm just really enjoying the fact that all of this is benefiting my health. It's really helping me to focus on myself, my recovery, my well-being, my overall fitness, and like athletic capacity and ability. And I feel like it's also making me a better person too. I just feel good. Maybe it's the endorphins, maybe it's the dopamine from running so much and exercising, but I don't know. There's something to this. There is something to this, I think. But I can't stress enough. If you're feeling lost, if you're feeling, stressed out, or like you're kind of living without purpose or mission, start training for something. Literally, just start training for something. Pick some athletic goal that you haven't achieved before. Maybe it's a 5K, maybe it's a 10K, maybe it's a marathon or a 30K. Just pick something and then work towards it. With the resources that we have today, there is so little in the way that is barring you from moving forward on anything. Starting a business, finding a relationship. Like, it's right here. It's in your hands. Like, you've got it. We can do anything. The only thing standing in our way, or your way, is yourself. In my case, myself. I'm the only person, the only thing standing in the way of me living the exact life that I want to live. It's the same for all of us. And it's the limiting beliefs or the thoughts that tell us you can't do that, you shouldn't do that, you need to suffer. You have to suffer. You should have to go through a period of suffering to be worthy of hard work and suffering to deserve the life that you want. Like, what kind of crazy shit is that? You don't need to suffer. You don't have to. You can have a beautiful, perfect relationship and say easy. No relationship is easy. You can have the perfect relationship. You can have the exact relationship you want. You just have to call it in. You just have to decide that that's what you want, that that's what you're ready for. Same for anything. You just have to decide. And like, how powerful is that? That is our power. Like, we get to decide. Like, you just get to decide things. And once it is decided, once you decide, that's it. Like, once you embody what it is, you embody that decision of, okay, like, I'm done drinking, or I'm done smoking weed. I used to be a pothead. I used to be an alcoholic for sure. Maybe not alcoholic, but like, I would binge drink. Would classify myself as an alcoholic. I don't drink anymore because I don't need to, because I was just hated my life. And then one day I decided, hey, I'm in control of this shit. I can do whatever I want. I can do what I want. I don't need to be depressed. I don't need to hate myself. What am I doing? I want to be healthy. So, it's all to say, we have decisions, we can make decisions, and that is a very powerful realization that at any point in time, you can make a different decision. You can make a different choice. And shortly thereafter, you will find that you are living an entirely different life and reality. I've seen this countless times in my own life. I remember a specific instance. I was never in a relationship, and I had so many friends that were in very successful, happy relationships, and they were crushing it in business, crushing it in their life, and I would always tell myself, no, you have to like figure your shit out before you're worthy of love, before you can let somebody in that's gonna love you. Like, who would love you in the place in your life that you're in right now? That was me. That was me telling myself that. And I distinctly remember the day when I had the realization and I made the decision that, no, I can actually let love into my life right now. I don't need to. There is no prerequisite to me allowing myself to be loved by another person, right? And in that, made the decision to open myself up to a relationship, and that was something that I actively then started looking for. And lo and behold, 6 to 8 months later, I met my now partner, who I very much intend to marry and spend the rest of my life with. She knows this, so this isn't like spoiler alert or anything for her. But we've been together 4 years now, and I couldn't imagine a more perfect partnership. Like, it has been simultaneously one of the most beautiful and one of the most challenging things I have ever been a part of. And I think the same can be said for any relationship, any real relationship. Relationships aren't fucking easy. They're not easy at all. They're one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my life. It's just a long roundabout way of saying you can decide what it is that you want. You don't have to live a life that you don't enjoy. You know why? Because you deserve to live the exact life that will make your heart open, your energy thrive, and will give you life, will give you energy. You deserve that, and that's possible for you. It's possible for me. Any of us, all of us. You see these people out here, you meet them all the time. People who are just overflowing with life, who are magnetic, charismatic. I know a few of them in my life. And that can be you. Can be all of us. Charismatic, magnetic, energetic, thriving, and positively oozing with the pure potential of life.